A billion people tuning into the match between...
Hey, you ready?
Netherlands and Nigeria before a capacity crowd.
You're not done.
Je helft de bal op. Nu is het misschien best iets gevaarlijk. En ze schiet het is een goal. Wat een heerlijk moment.
Oh, off the post. And here comes Ji So-young on the attack.
공격합니다. 수비를 제칩니다.
All right, get together, get strong. Oh, excuse me, that's the cover.
Women's football game sets new sales record. Wang Shuang rocks the world yet again.
Biggest turnout ever seen in sports. How does it feel?
It's Barca making a last push. And there's a foul.
That post, Gerard. Okay.
Big opportunity for coach Alex Scott and the team.
PK! Round the back!
Coutinho to PK. Goal! The league's first female coach makes history. Keeper fires to Dunn. Oh, that's incredible footwork. She's on the move. Big chance for Australia, and Kerr setting up for the kick.
¿Pero qué está pasando ahí?
Hey, you ready?
A billion people...
Innovation in marketing is defined as a requirement that all companies seek real product and marketing improvements. Nike released a promotional campaign on June 1st in 2019 named Dream Further, promoting their goods and social backing of a market that is continuously growing and open in some regard. The advertisement was posted on multiple social media platforms such as YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and was also available for viewing on their website. Nike is showing great innovation with this campaign as the female football scene is still largely developing in size and popularity. And not only has Nike arrived early to the scene with production of high quality, but the young girl featured in the video is wearing what was later released as the first children's football jersey designed exclusively for females. Nike has a complete female football range available on their website, in-store, and through other multiple retailers. The most relevant segmentation variables being used in this production are behavioural, as they are significant elements in the intention of Nike's Dream Further promotional campaign. Nike does not rely, but heavily utilises user status. This can be seen with their sponsorship team signing brand ambassador athletes such as Michael Jordan, Cristiano Ronaldo, Rafael Nadal, Tiger Woods, and so on. These individuals are huge names in each of their respective sports, and many young children, teenagers, and to be frank, adults are inspired by these athletes' ability to perform. Nike capitalises on this by pushing their products used by these athletes as a key to performing like them or being like them. Along with their ability to perform, the athletes signed are usually required to be marketable in terms of character and personality. Creating this full package of not only an athlete, but a role model also is a great form of advertising the brand, creating a positive user status, and therefore, hopefully, a regular user status for more female football players. Nike in this particular promotional campaign have made great use of this marketing concept, showcasing some of their best signed female football athletes in Sam Kerr, Danielle van der Donk, Ji So Young, Crystal Dunn, Alex Scott, and others. Nike, along with showcasing these athletes in action, also goes one step further by adding a young aspiring female football player getting to play alongside these professionals. This targets the future market as it influences children from a young age that Nike is the brand that professional female football players use. As well as hitting the future market, it targets the influence market, as when young females go to buy their football goods for the next season, they will likely want the same style as the young girl who is featured in the advertisement, and therefore will be more inclined to pester their parents into purchasing Nike products, making their children regular Nike users. With the football season approaching when this advertisement was released, female football players will be looking into getting new football goods such as boots, socks, etc. before the season begins. After seeing this advertisement, they will be interested or desiring a Nike purchase, and being that this is a seasonal sport, Nike have timed the release of this promotional campaign well. This promotional campaign has been produced in a great fashion as it fits multiple segmentation variables. Nike does a fantastic job using a differentiated targeting strategy to appeal to multiple audiences. Their female football goods appeal to most incomes as Nike offers a multitude of products that vary in price from high to low. For example, there is a notable price difference in their Mercurial Club and Elite football boots, as shown. Nike has taken great advantage of what was the up-and-coming World Cup to showing that their products can be used by any ethnicity, of course, showing many different nations, females footballing stars using their goods. Nike's Dream Further campaign is responding to the demographical environment. The advertisement, again, is a promotion of females in professional football and the growth of female football in general. This concept is a market that is at the early stages but will be ever growing as young female football players will be developed better from an early age, making the future scene more competitive, along with cultures twisting further towards a more equal society. With the continuous future growth of this market, Nike are taking advantage ahead of time, instilling the brand's prestige through targeting young female audiences from all over the globe. Nike are making great use of timing, with the promotional campaign being released just before the Women's Football World Cup, which only occurs once every 4 years. It was also advertised in the off-season for regional and women's professional league football, which is the time that a majority of players and fans will be purchasing football goods such as boots, socks, shin guards, mouth guards, etc. Nike target youth for future potential sales as the industry and market is still growing. Nike has recognized that children and young teenagers do not make nearly as many purchases as other income quintiles due to the fact that they are financially supported by their parents or guardians. So, the true target demographic of this promotional campaign is in fact the parents of the children, and that is how they are targeting the influence market to make profit in the current times. As stated earlier, Nike have purposely placed a young aspiring football player in the promotional campaign as it shows there are products for young girls along with the adults. The constant showcasing of the Nike logo on the kits, boots, socks, and so on instill themselves in young female football players' minds with hope that when they go to the shop and look for football goods, they will nag their parents to purchase Nike products over competitors. Football is the world's game. It is the most participated and viewed sport in the world, so of course when marketing football goods, organisations will need to take into consideration different cultures and values. For Nike, this is something they grip with both hands as it creates a huge market. For Western cultures, society can be viewed similar in the sense that the goal, supported by the government, is to work, get married, have kids, and retire. For other styled cultures, the goal may vary, and of course, the finer parts of culture will vary from country to country and even from city to city. Football, however, is a sport that brings people together and allows them to share the same goal, which is winning, participating, and having fun. This makes it easier for Nike to market, as even though the country's cultures vary, football's culture is the same shared throughout the world. This promotional campaign takes great advantage of what was the up-and-coming World Cup to shine a positive light on football in different countries, cultures, and football's culture itself. In the advertisement, the young girl featured is shown having a different but positive experience with a multitude of national football teams. The competitive environment surrounding female football is a duology/oligopoly environment, as there is a smaller number of sellers due to the high market share of the bigger producers. Nike obviously has a large prestige in the football spectrum, however face competition from other large market share producers such as Adidas, Puma, New Balance, and so on. With football being a seasonal sport, there is only one off-season window per year to reach a large portion of ready buyers, and that is what makes the consumer decision-making process an important factor of sales in female football. Being that it's typically a seasonal purchase, it makes the decision one of high-level involvement. Nike have great distribution of their products and readily available to customers. However, through this promotional campaign, they are able to showcase the brand's personality. The advertisement is of high production quality, which helps to show their competence in overall quality and product. The campaign is also showing Nike's respect to the female footballing scene, which shows the sincerity of the company and that they are unbiased in belief. These values will help consumers to feel more comfortable in purchasing products from Nike. Nike have once again proved their prestige in the sporting industry. This organisation will only continue to grow and be successful if they continue to innovate as they have done with the Dream Further promotional campaign.